Welcome back to AFL Winners. Carlton and Essendon are two teams on the rise, but on Sunday's evidence, one is a little more advanced than the other.
You said earlier, so versatile. Love it, Murray gets a second chance and onto the chest of Carlton, if you don't mind. 5 behinds at the other end, including a poster on the run from Chris Judd from long range. Suddenly, with one scoring shot here, they could take the lead, the Bombers. And they have. The irony of the beginning. Just slotted in from day one. He kicks to the outer side. Missed by Judd. Gathered by Ryder. Kept coming. Heppel got it from Stanton. The short one to Remus. Distance won't be a problem. Kyle Remus, young West Australian, goes from 50, and that is very precise. He was well thought of the mark. Now slips a hand pass away to Yaron. Yaron runs the outer side again. Ambitious run down by Ryder, the much taller man. Certainly not the slower man that time. Did brilliantly to Myers. Myers a penetrating kick inside the forward 50. Henderson goes back, knocks it down. Monfrey's a chance. Bacon goal. Puts it through. Sweeping hand pass out wide came from Gibbs. Now an opportunity for Gibbs as he sends it long down towards full forward. Punched from behind by Pears. On his knees, Thornton. Pears, full revolution. Well done, Lovett Murray. Well done, Fletcher. Well, about 5 metres worth of well done. Carazzo across the body, and the mark is taken by O'Halpin. Wants to go. It was a touch. Not for his sake. He's got the goal.
Now Scotland bets. Now he's got Walker on his own, 20 metres from goal. He's still on his own, 20 metres from goal. Armfield's going to finally get to him and got him. 30 goals, 7 from set shots. This is a tough one though. He improves the angle and kicks the goal. Carlton coming back strongly now. So the advantage to Warnock, who's behind the plate. Gee, look at the distance there. That's a great kick over the top. And Garlett, surely. It's the reverse. This will be, again, a very good kick. And he's kept it low and he's done it. The Blues are in front again. The great number 1 against the rising star. That's not a good kick by Heppel. Henderson, Armfield, a hard runner, kicks the ball to the pocket. Oh, clever. Garlett was there. Armfield raised his eyes. Let's see how he plays this one. It's a good kick. Gee. That is a great kick. Well, Garlett has stamped himself on this match, hasn't he?
Warnock's in front, like his game. Ellard drives it long. Walker goes back. Robinson is on. Deeper still is Garlett. Garlett is about 15 metres in front of Hardingham. Not required. Robinson goes in and kicks the goal. Dygan close to the boundary line. Hugs that boundary line. Betts. What a beautiful kick. Betts sends it towards the attacking 50 and strength again in the contest. Goal here. To find something and quickly. Thornton gives it a ride. It's a beautiful looking kick. How about that one? The veteran puts it through.
Got on his knees and then fetched the football. Kicks the ball to full forward. Carlisle dropped it down, so he's in the defensive bit. And then well done, Betts to Thornton to Garland, who's got a hat-trick. And they're 5 goals in front in a hurry.
Well, it doesn't matter now with that deliberate call. The moment has passed, but is the umpire suggesting you've got to come forward when a bloke's waiting for you?
Makes life hard, doesn't it?
That's right.
Robinson, little kick forward, Gibbs waits for it and gets a hook on it, gets a good hook on it and kicks a goal. Bombers have got numbers, but O'Halpin did really well there on Hill and then quickly up, and the Blues are on here. Betts, Simpson can use the shepherd. Betts decides to kick the ball towards Walker and Thornton. It's running and running. It's a goal. It's Carlton's day.
Good in theory. Betts, Murphy, Carazzo, Murphy, Gibbs. Oh, a bit stiff there. Thought it was a mark and/or the arms were chopped. Could have gone either way. In fact, it was all Carlton regardless. Murphy gets through and kicks a goal. How is that for hard work?
Stay out. Players!
Blue player in late, and then all the breaks they can get Essendon. And Monfrey's in the front spot now. He's got to go back and kick the goal here. The set shot's out in front. Nobody's been able to actually execute it and get it home. Monfrey's on 50, looking good, holding the line, and gets a belated goal before half-time. Carazzo, well done, just slipped the tackle, kicks the ball across the face. Thornton's been good in the air and takes another good mark.
He's been strong there.
Bit of a swing man, more a defensive forward, is usually a good kick. And Carlton get the first after half-time.
Warnock knocks it forward. Lovett Murray goes back to Hocking. Hocking, driving kick inside the forward 50. Hill was up early. Jetta a half chance at the back. Spills to Stanton. Needs a good snap. He provides it, puts it through.
I'd like to see that to be a genuine Rookie of the Year, first-year player.
Yes.
Good idea. Thornton's long ball in. Well, nobody went for it again, Essendon. And now Betts gets on the end. Oh, it's like a big birthday party, isn't it?
Myers to himself, and then he drives it outside the defensive 50. Hocking coming back with the flight of it. Murphy threads it beautifully. Gives it to Judd, who turns around and kicks a goal.
Judd makes a contest.
Slips it away to Garlett. Goes to Gibbs, who turns round and kicks another. Oh, this is humiliating now for a proud football club. Hasn't seen a lot of it to Collier. 55 metres out. Centering kick. You wouldn't like to have backed Jetta there. It was outnumbered 3-on-1. Opportunity for Yaron in the back. No, play goes on. Opportunity for Watson. Brilliant. Collier kicks a goal. Well done, Joe.
With a little dinky one into the centre. McVeigh, Lovett Murray to Ryder. They've got a bit of a wall up here, Carlton. Ryder out wide, wanting Melsham. Made a contest and took a mark. That was well played. Got the fist and then got the mark on the way down. Short, Zarakis. He was off. He was off to full forward. Hill with strength kicks a goal. With Davies to come on for that for next week.
Well, that's exactly what they might be thinking about any time. You're right there, Bruce.
No! He's done a lot of things on this ground. I'm not sure if he's ever been that high. What a mark. Kicks to full forward. Betts, yes! Oh, this is the best party the Blues have ever been.
Have a good look at it here. Hocking probably didn't think that he was going to go, so he stayed down for the front and square, but Juddy said, I'll have a crack at this.
Someone told me he was a ground level player. That's what he was thinking.
And then you see the facial expressions there, and Heath Hocking says it all. Just watch him here.
Just float it up.
Betts has kicked 2. Betts has kicked 3. And the small forwards and their captain are having the best afternoon.
Yes, and Ludley's having a crack at it today.
I think that's a step too far. Lee Juddy is feeling it at the moment. Up very high, gets a hand pass to Walker. How slick was that across to Gibbs? Gibbs kicks a wonderful goal. You won't see better than that.
In 2 years.
Boundary throw it, falls a little bit short. Hill off the ground. Good effort, gets a goal. David Hill, well done.
Stanton had it smothered by O'Halpin, who was such a combatant. Garlett, who was thrilling earlier in the match. Betts, brilliantly done. Used his body. Gibbs, can he get it? Betts has got. He's got 4. Look at this. Betts has got 4. Davey got it to him. Davey and Judd and Joseph. Davey held on to. Should have got a free. Hill, brilliant that time. To Zaharakis. Zaharakis kicks to the top of the square. There's a bit of a shove. It's going to be a goal. Monfils has kicked 3.
Just so there was no discomfort.
G. Walker's quick, running bounce to the left, uses Carazzo, 48 metres out, and just another beautiful team goal for the Blues. They've kicked a few of them today.
The game started with a bang, and then they had the early run. The Blues couldn't convert on the scoreboard, and Essendon jumped to a 3-goal lead midway through the first term. However, Carlton regrouped and went into quarter time with a 7-point lead. After that, they took complete control of the match. The half-time margin was 41 points and they finished with a 62-point victory, breaking a 10-year drought of final success. The final score, 21-23, 149 to 13-9, 87, in front of a record crowd for an elimination final of 90,161 at the MCG. Bets with 4 goals for the Blues: Garlett, Gibbs and Walker with 3 and Thornton with 2. For the Bombers, Monfries with 3, Hill, Remus and Stanton each with 2. A few injuries out of the match: Bryce Gibbs with a shoulder concern, Pears a hamstring and Fletcher with concussion. To the coaches, and a relieved Brett Ratton was happy his team recovered after a patchy start.
Football's about momentum, and if you have your sort of block of momentum, do you make the most of it? And I was just hoping that we started kicking straighter, and then the Bombers went down and kicked a couple, and then you think, we probably had about the same possessions and inside 50s, but we haven't made the most of it. So knowing that the game takes a bit of time to settle down and things like that, I thought we'd steady, and away we went, and we did, which was great. So much excitement in how the team played, and to win a final, in 10 years for the club, and for our supporters to be here and 90,000. But that's only part of the journey. But that was one part that we sort of had to get right, and we've been sort of knocking on the door. But it's just mixed emotions, relief, and very excited about what I seen today. And it was a great way to respond. And some players had been down; their form was very good. We thought if we could get over the first final, it would relieve a bit of pressure from the group, and this I certainly think will. And now the boys can play with some real freedom, and that'll allow them to just play more on instinct and go for it.
I think we actually played some of our best football later on in the year. Look at Geelong, you look at Sydney, Western Bulldogs, even the game over in Adelaide after half time. So some of our best football was after the midway point of the season. But there's no doubt physically our players are nowhere near as mature or developed as the best teams in the competition, and a number of them now played their first final, know what to expect, know the intensity of the game, and also a bit about you never ever want to have that happen to you again. I think every footballer who's played a lot of finals football has been in situations where they've been disappointed with performance in a final, but if you can't get better out of that, then you have to get better out of that. You have to improve out of that, and this game can really hurt you, and it can really do some good things for you. And I think out of that hurt, you want to.
So to week 2 of the finals, Friday night it's Hawthorn and Sydney at the MCG, and on Saturday night, big game for the West Coast and Carlton at Patterson Stadium.